I just hit start recording. I'm gonna just get this. For those of you playing along at home, I never hit start recording. Part 2, trash is bad. Recyclables is almost bad. Joe, there's nothing special. Alright is you're not too shabby. Good is good. And just like we like you so much, we say like a lot. I currently belong in the trash. And the CastPod official #1 is someone from the just like category that we vote to represent us.
It was just so good.
It was pretty good too.
The first time we went through this, you were explaining things really well. I made a different face for each
Did you
tier, and
notice?
so much effort, so much passion. Out the window with I forgot to hit record.
Maybe. So this video is gonna start without the intro. It's gonna start with your head in your hands and me just dying.
Everybody knows what happened now. Anyways, we're back. We made it through 5 last time in 26 minutes, but that's okay. We had to explain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make moves here this time. Yeah. So jumping right back into it. My Hero Academia characters, Class 1A. How good their powers are, plus how cool their characters are.
It's about 75% powers, 25% personality.
Yes. So, next character, Katsuki Bakugo.
I love him.
You're a fan.
I'm a big fan of him. Now, I won't deny, minus points on the personality thing.
He's basically a terrible person. He's an awful person.
He's got his heart in somewhat the right place. Sure, episode 1 or 2, he told the main character, Midoriya, to kill himself. That's something that I feel like it's really lost very easily. But also, he does, like, he's the most arrogant and angry person, and then he just does the right thing at half the time.
I'm not as big of a fan, personally.
I'm a pretty big fan.
Here's the thing. So I usually don't mind the edgy characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is my Discord about to crash? What's going on here?
I mean, you're coming through good.
Everything other than my face cam just went black.
Still recording the right thing. Ah! No, it's just me! So, he just crashed.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened.
It's just gonna be a close-up on my face now.
I knew it. I was like, everything just went black.
There.
Let me make my face not blue.
There we go. Oh,
okay, nothing ever happened.
That's staying in too. Episode 2 is the screw-ups.
It's just technical difficulties.
It's the Beans picture.
Yes, we need it. I usually don't mind the edgy characters. Like, Vegeta's probably my favorite character from Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also a bad guy in the beginning. He killed a lot of people. He was not cool. But at the same time, he redeemed himself a bunch of times. He still wasn't the best, but, like, there was a lot that, like, went on later in the show that was like, oh, okay. He was messed up, but, like, he's cool. I don't think Bakugo has really redeemed himself that much.
I mean, he's had some pretty shining moments, like, I recently rewatched the episode where he's retaking his hero training, or licensing exam training, and they're, like, watching a group of arrogant 5-year-olds with crazy powers, because apparently they can combine powers from their parents to either give their kids super OP or just meh. And the fact that he 100% goes, we should find the leader kid, string him up, and throw rocks at him to put him in his place. Hilarious but bad idea.
See, like that doesn't
But
that
then
doesn't
then
help
he
his
actually
case.
has like a meaningful moment with the kid where he's just like, "Listen, you're clearly the leader. If you think you're the best, no matter what, you're gonna end up going down the wrong path, basically." And I feel like that's a little bit of like a redemption-esque quality he has. Also, he does a lot of things where he's just like, it's like, I'm gonna be this insane person and fight this insane person a little bit because I'm arrogant, but also because no one else is gonna do it. Like he willingly got captured, easily should have Sasuke'd it and turned to the
Hmm.
bad side, and then he's like, "Nah, I'm good."
See, I get that, but like at the same time, I feel like I know he has some qualities where he's like, oh, he
Mhm.
legit wants to be a hero. But like if you look at it from like Midoriya's perspective, he has never been good to
No,
him
that's true.
ever. He's always been a jerk and
Hmm.
like bullied him. And even when, you know, like even now, he's still just a jerk. And
Yeah,
then like he's okay to some other people,
yeah. Like he's good to
but like to
Kirishima.
him, he never is a good person.
That might
But
be true.
that doesn't have to do with his powers. So do you want to explain his powers?
His power is probably the most insane. He has
It's surprisingly strong.
nitroglycerin in his sweat,
Yep.
and he can make his sweat explode,
Hmm.
which is awesome.
Yes. So he basically creates explosions because he
Hmm.
sweats nitroglycerin, which may not
Definitely
sound.
OP.
It is in the show. It might not sound like it until you see kind of how it's used, because you think
Hmm.
like, oh, cool, he can blow himself up.
No.
That's useful. But no. He basically like shoots explosions out of his hands
Hmm.
and can use them in a variety of ways. He can make himself fly using it.
Yeah.
He can like
Launch
focus them
himself
into like
a
a very
laser.
powerful laser blast. Like he can do a lot of things with it. He is
Hmm.
very resourceful and very like clever with how he uses his power.
Yeah.
So I
He's
think it
someone
easily
that's
puts
built to be
him,
a hero or
yeah,
a super character.
a very
Personality
powerful
wise, he
character.
could be a villain.
Yes. So I think it easily puts him near the top. But
Hmm.
do we put him in just like or good?
I feel like if we were going based off of powers alone, easily just like.
Right.
But his personality, like, you definitely make a sound argument for it. So I feel like he might just be good.
I'll
At
give him
least,
good.
at
I'll
least
give
for
him
right
good.
now. We'll see
Yeah,
where the series goes and if he redeems himself.
we'll see. I'm sure he will have time where he can redeem himself, but I'm
Yeah.
still just not on board. Like I do like moments with him. He does
Hmm.
have some fun moments, but like I always think back to when he was like, I'm being a hero because I want to make the most money, and you should kill yourself because I'm better than you. And I'm like, yeah, no, not a fan.
Hmm.
But moving on, we have Koji Koda, who looks like an iceberg.
Yes, he does. And his power is Any Voice, where he can
Andy voice.
talk to animals.
Yep, that's it. Very self-explanatory. Well, not self-explanatory, but very basic
Hmm.
kind of power idea. And I think it's kind of underwhelming in the show.
Yeah, it's. He's only talked to bugs, I think, actually using his power wise.
He's used birds, he's used like rabbits,
Hmm.
um, and he did use bugs, but he didn't want to because he's scared of bugs.
Yeah.
So that
Also,
was what
big difference. Like, I don't know if you can tell by the way he looks. Very high pitched voice.
he has an incredibly high pitched voice. He doesn't talk that much, but when he does, very high pitched. Um, but yeah, see, I always thought that talking to animals would be really cool.
Hmm.
Like that's
Same.
like if I had a chance to have a power, that would definitely be up there.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really like
Use
it
it.
doesn't do much in the show. It really
Hmm.
doesn't. He can tell birds to like flap around people, and he can
Yeah.
tell bugs to like
Sneeze up.
swarm people, but like
He doesn't really.
It doesn't
do
do that
much.
much. Yeah.
He's also like out of the entire class, he's definitely on the end of not getting the spotlight.
Yeah.
I can honestly say out of everyone, I feel like he might have the least, and he might not even have enough to make a full episode purely of just clips about him.
Yeah, honestly. I would say it is partly the show's fault. They don't
Mm-hmm.
really feature him. You don't give him a
Yeah.
chance to do stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
like from what we have seen, it's not great. It doesn't really do anything.
I kind of almost want to put him in recyclables because
That's what I'm feeling.
he's he's got potential.
He does. It could be a really cool power.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you could just, control any animal, which he basically can,
Yeah.
they don't ever have like a problem where even though his power is to talk to animals, it's not like, oh, the animals don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
like if he was just like, I can talk to them, but it's not like I can control them.
Yeah.
It's not like, what if they don't feel like it?
Mm-hmm.
That's never been brought up. That might be a thing in the
Yeah.
future,
And that would,
but
if that happens, that would definitely lower him to trash because in
yeah,
comparison to him,
it would be like,
why is he in
hey,
this class?
hey, ducks, doing his duck call.
Classic Logan.
And then the ducks would be like, no. And be like, oh, okay. That would be really
That would
funny,
be funny.
but it definitely wouldn't help his case. So I think recyclables is good because it could be a better power, but right now it's not doing much. Next one, Kyoka Jiro, which is she has a weird power. She's
Yeah.
a bit of a
I would have
unique.
never thought of this power in my life.
No, this is
Her
this is one of those powers that you're just like, wow, that's unique, very
so
creative.
her earlobes have headphone jacks attached to them, and she can. Yep, just like how Calum looks right now.
Just like that,
And she
but
can
a little more
do
so.
a lot of interesting things with them. With
Yes,
her equipment that she has made, she can put it into speakers attached to her boots and
yes,
launch sonic waves. She
that
could
is her
also
heartbeat.
stick it into things such as like walls in the floor, and their jack parts are borderline like unbreakable,
They're
right?
pretty strong. They're like really strong. I know she was strengthening them in the
By
training
just
arc
stabbing things
by
with it.
literally just like jamming them into a mountain.
Oh,
Um,
before we get too far
yes,
from Coda during the training arc, where he just screams.
he was just screaming. That is true. That was a funny moment. His training was literally
Hmm.
just screaming
Yeah.
to be louder,
Hmm.
um, which is great. That training thing was awesome.
Hmm.
But yeah, so her ear jacks
Yeah.
um, can make those sonic waves. They can be like, help you
Sonar.
hear through stuff. Yeah, they can be used for a lot of things, and they are just generally like strong.
Hmm.
Um,
I feel
so
like
she
that's
hasn't. I don't think she used it in any like actual fight, but I know
no, not
before
really.
she can jab them into other people
Hmm.
and like send vibrations through them and mess them all up because
Yeah.
she's done that to like as like a joke. But I don't think she's ever used that in like a fight.
Hmm.
But that's also an option. Is she could just like stab a person with them
Yeah.
and then like send sound waves through them.
I feel
And
I feel
yeah,
like she's either all right or good.
I'd put her in all right.
If like when we see her go turn bad of all the characters, and she just strangles someone with her headphone jack, that's immediately just like.
Yeah,
But up
I
until then, she's all right.
I think she's all right. I think a little more exposure would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
She did have some time in this latest season, but it
It was
wasn't
a
like
more of a
showing.
filler-esque setting.
Yeah,
She
it
sang a
was more.
song though.
It was developing her character, but
Mm-hmm.
not like her powers.
Yeah,
So that was
I
cool.
don't think anyone's powers really developed in that arc.
No, I mean, well,
Midoriya's kind of did.
Midoriya did some stuff that was fun, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So now we have probably, in my opinion, the most basic of all the
Yeah.
characters. We have Let me make sure I say this right. Mashirao Ojiro.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So his power is he has a tail.
Yep, he
That's his
has
whole power.
a giant tail, and is it
It is
prehensile?
yes. It
Okay.
is weirdly muscular. Weirdly, like it doesn't have
Yeah,
hair except on the tip,
and it's also like
and it's just really thick.
it's about as thick as his body, if not thicker.
It's very unsettling.
Which,
I will say that.
can you think of an example in the animal world where their tail is thicker than their
To
body?
like their body.
I think leopard
um,
geckos, and that's about it.
well, yeah, but that's just because it's like straight fat.
Yeah. Who do we have here? No, I'm checking.
Looking for
I'm
animals
looking at all my
to
pets to
compare.
see,
I would
and
say like
nothing.
yeah, they're like lizards. They're like that, but like it's just all muscle. Like
Hmm.
it's straight muscle, but it's not like completely cylindrical either.
Hmm.
Like you can see the individual muscles in it. Like it's like oddly like shaped, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's just very weird to look at. Like it's something that like in real life you would not want to touch it.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
No,
it's
it's
just like
you. Everyone, it would be like a dare in his high school to be like, "Yo, I dare you to touch his tail.
touch his tail.
Touch it. Do it. You won't." Like, you know
I think
how in parts of Africa, it's like the test of a man is to pull a lion's tail.
yeah.
It's
So
just
it would
like
be like
that.
to touch touch Ojiro's tail.
He's gonna be like graduating, and the incoming class is gonna be like, "I hear that you become the best in your class if you grab his tail."
But it's just I think the best way I could describe it is it's like an arm,
Yeah,
you know? Like
it's a
if my arm didn't have like fingers and stuff and it just had a little tuft of hair at the end, it's like just all flesh and muscle
mhm.
and just eh, eh.
I think it's just
But
I,
he okay, so he can use it pretty well though.
mhm.
It is prehensile.
He's very good at using
Can
it.
grab stuff and swing around with it. He can also like slam it on the ground to bounce himself up.
Mhm.
Um, and he's very good at martial arts, so that's how he uses it.
He's like a kangaroo person, though.
He's like the Jackie Chan character from Kung Fu Panda, the
Yeah.
monkey, basically,
Mhm.
but not Jackie Chan. And also the most average looking character. Like not only is his power super basic,
Incredibly, like,
just look at his
he's
face.
got no
Like the
personality.
most basic character design ever. And yeah, literally he has no personality. He's not featured that much, but when he
Mhm.
is, he's just
He's like,
that guy.
he's there to just like fill in some quiet time where he just goes, uh, "All right," or "Let's
If
do
you
that
replace
idea."
if you replaced his why am I blanking on the word? Like
Speech
his
bubble.
lines.
Hmm.
Yeah, like any text that he has said with any other character, nothing would be missing.
Yeah, and it's
Like you could literally replace him with anyone, say the same line, and it would be like totally fine.
he's one of those characters where they have everyone on screen talk.
Yes,
Never any other time.
right.
Except
Like he,
he does have one little tiny moment during the school fest, not the school festival art, the sports
the
festival.
tournament. Yeah,
Yeah,
he does. But
one.
it's literally because he doesn't
Yeah,
he loses and then he drops out.
yeah, pretty much. And then he's like, didn't feel like I should have won that.
Yeah,
That's
it
it.
was just like like he went to the main character and was like, "Hey, you gotta watch out for this guy,"
Hmm.
and that was it. That's all he
Yeah.
did.
Hey, this guy you're about to fight that you already have weird vibes from. Watch out.
He's a weird guy.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put him in trash.
He's trash.
I'm
All
gonna put
right.
him in trash.
Last one for part two, if we're
Next
dividing
one.
it up equally.
Yes, we have Mezzo Shoji, and he has a kind of similar, kind of different, dealing with his body being
Mhm.
odd. Um, his power is dupla arms, I
He's
believe.
got 6 arms. Yeah, you're right. It's duple arms. and for
And
his 6 arms,
yes,
he
he can
can grow
like
things.
he can make other parts of his body
Hmm.
on the tips of his, and they call them tentacles. They don't even
Yeah,
call them arms, which doesn't,
it's a
which
little
is kind of,
unsettling.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a theme here.
he he tends to grow eyes for like surveillance of all angles, which
Hmm.
definitely useful.
Very useful.
Ears and
Also useful.
fist a lot, and occasionally a mouth, which is
He
very
does,
weird.
yeah. So he wears like this mask,
Hmm.
and I don't know what's under the mask. I don't know if that's. I
You've
don't
never
think that's
seen the
ever
underside of
mentioned.
his face.
But like when he talks, he'll use one of the arms that he
Tentacles to
has.
be a
Yeah,
mouth.
one of his tentacles to be a mouth, and I'm like, does he have a real mouth?
What if it's just like just blank?
What if his head is another arm?
And his actual head's like in his chest, like he's in a mech.
E- What a weird theory. All right, but anyways, blah, blah, blah.
This isn't us doing theory videos. I think
Yes.
that might be a different series.
But he's kind of cool
He is kind of
overall.
cool.
I like his character.
He's pretty useful. Like
He is like
he
he's
might not
surprisingly
be
strong.
clearly useful in terms of Bakugo or Tokuyame, like the good and like tiers,
Yeah, but he's
but
usually like
he's
there, and he does good stuff. Like
mhm.
not only are his tentacles really useful, and they can like grow back also, um, to an extent. So like
But yeah,
he's like
he's had
always
it
around.
chopped off.
Yeah, yeah, he has. Like he's always around being helpful with like I
Hmm.
hear this thing coming, I see this thing coming, blah 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 blah. But like in the sports festival thing, he carried three other people on his back
No, it was
and
just
covered
two.
them. Oh, was it
They were a
just
team
two? I
of three.
thought it was three.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
So he
covered
covered
them with his Duplo arms.
with his arms and was running around with them on his back,
He was
which to
literally
any
carrying the team.
normal person that's tough because like he
Hmm.
doesn't have super strength. He's just a guy with multiple arms. So like that's really impressive. He's a strong person.
Hmm.
I would put him in like all right,
I would
I
put him in
think.
all right. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have the most like. He hasn't really had a time to shine to bump him
No.
up to good, and his power is not super great to bump him up into just like.
Hmm.
But he's definitely way above trash and recyclables.
And if you're
And
just catching on to this theme, very few people have had time to shine.
yeah.
That is like this one, this one, this one,
Hmm.
and then like a few other. Well, obviously this one, and then a couple others here and there have had moments, but like,
I'm not 100% sure if I saw your mouse move. So
oh,
you
okay.
could have just been like this one.
So like obviously the main character Midoriya, Bakugo the
Hmm.
rival, Todoroki the other rival who's more edgy in different
Yeah.
ways, and then like other people have had their time, but that's like
Yeah.
the main three, and then everybody else has had stuff.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I'll put him in all right because like he hasn't done anything crazy, although he was useful in
Hmm.
the forest and in other things,
Incredibly
but
useful. He also
not.
single-handedly, like almost single-handedly, developed a plan for the license exam. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
fight
true.
there, he
Hmm.
he kind of took charge. He put on his big boy pants.
Yeah, I really like his character.
Hmm.
So I would easily put him at all
He's
right
all
and
right.
would be tempted to put him at good. But yeah,
He
that's
needs
very
a
good.
solid like 5 minutes to shine, and then he's good.
I agree. I agree. Now we have
All right. First
Rule
things first.
34.
I was to say, take us out before we get into that.
Oh right. Okay. Sorry. That's a teaser for the next one. We're gonna cut this because we take way too long at this, but it's
Yes.
okay because we're in depth. We're good
Hmm.
at this. I'm sure.
We're professionals.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
catch us in episode 3 when
Hmm.
we hopefully finish this out.
All right. Where can they find us? Doesn't matter.